What's up, guys, gals, and Book Nook Pals? It's Plug the Bunny with another Book Nook unboxing, and today we're taking a look at Viendor. No, that's not a new company. That is Book Nook Global rebranded, and their new Book Nook, Bangkok Yaorawat. It's the Chinatown in Bangkok. I'm really excited about this because, so for those of you who don't remember, before they were called Viendor, they were called Book Nook Global, and before they retailed their own stuff, they were the designer and manufacturer of Book Nooks for Anavrin, before Anavrin brought everything in-house. What's really cool about that is while they were designing stuff for them, they did a version of Bangkok Yaorawat. So I'm really excited to see it, how it stacks up next to their original, and what unique elements of Viendor's DNA they brought to the design when they were not given the constraints of another company's concept. So with that, let's chameleon up. Let's grab our maps, take a trip down to Chinatown. Alright, so we already got some cool stuff here. Their new packaging, their new branding. I do love the color and the vibrancy of their new corporate identity. Their little mascot. I mean, these little different graphical elements over here. We got what looks like a Mesoamerican or South American stuff. We have some what looks to be some Thai stuff, some ships, some bowls with noodles. That's Sydney. We got Rome here. We got sushi. We got New York City. We got a cowboy hat. We got a tea cart. We got an island. We got pyramids. It's really the whole, some kind of drums here, an airplane. We got really the whole world with a little bit of love mixed in there, guys. So let's just dig in. I've yet to open one of their kits since the rebranding, so I'm really excited. All right, and well, I'm hitting the face with color. Obviously the blue protective coating, but I'm hitting the face with color, and that doesn't surprise me because this is a colorful kit. But we're going to take all this off to the side for a second while we take a look at everything else. Plastic tray seems to have held up well in its journey across the ocean. I'm seeing a USB-C cord here, USB-A to USB-C. All right, USB-C, USB-A. And hot damn if this isn't a weighty light package. So one thing I've always liked about them, once I started buying stuff that they were manufacturing for themselves, is the little bit of extra quality in the heavy duty gauge of the wiring. It's also the place that got me doing physical switches. This is a nice square of sandpaper comparatively. We're still going to, oh man, and it boomerangs. We're going to sacrifice it to the Book Nook gods. Alright, and then, I mean, damn, guys. So, I'm assuming that one of these is the power, one of these is the switch, and then this is basically a breadboard that is just aligning all the plugs. So basically, yes, your switch is wired in here. So you have your power source is your USB-C plug right here, which has a cap. Isn't that fancy? All right, and then that your switch is wired into that. All right, and then all your lights. So you could get a battery box to USB-C if you're going to use the eliminator, or you could just plug this in with USB directly to the smart outlet as well. All right, but so taking out the power source and the switch, so these is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lighting elements here, and it looks like we've gone exclusively with strips. So they range as small as a single LED, and on the largest one we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we have at least well, let's see, 6 plus 9, at least 15 LEDs on this thing, but a whole bunch more. So this is heavier gauge wiring. Everything is solid. And the way I like the way they do this, because while yes, this is a big honking thing that they're going to have to hide, because each strand is connected individually, nothing will get tangled, and you won't have to worry about stretching things out. Plus, if you do have an issue with any one piece, it's easy enough to just rewire that individual one. All right, so let's take a look at the instruction manual. So I like that it's a nice bound book with a heavy cover. It's very similar to, let's say, an Anavrin guide, because again, this is the company that was making their stuff. But I really do like it. It even feels like the highest quality. This feels like a book you would buy. There's a QR code here you can scan for tutorials and support. And a little story about how they got to this design and from the designer. Let's open this up. A little bit about the company themselves, and the story about where it's based off of, and I love that. And I love that you see the little cart in here. Is it a jitney? I think it's a jitney. I love it's got a little troubleshooting guide, and I like the way they break this up into the different languages: English, Spanish, and Vietnamese. Sorry. And then, you know, as we get in here, it's a pretty standard fare for them. Though these do look like the cleanest computer renderings of any of their books that I've seen. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say there's probably not too much writing in there. They don't typically have a lot of written instructions, and I'm seeing that maybe they're, you know, just labeling the LEDs. And the fact that says yellow LED, I wonder if they're different colors, and we'll have to get back to that. We'll check that out at the end if I can remember. But yeah, what I'm seeing here is the pictures are blown up. They make it a point to do a lot of individual steps with smaller elements going on, so they can make them bigger and really focus on those details. And I really like that. But again, there's not a lot of text guidance here, so you're gonna have to be confident in what you're doing to a degree. But now let's get into the kit itself, the pieces themselves. We're going to take our X-Acto knife, and as always, guys, remember, we're not going to cut straight across, because then we risk the blade going in between the pieces and cutting them. We are going to go in our shark tooth pattern, a zigzag pattern. I don't know why shark tooth. Alright. That way, we don't risk damaging the wonderful pieces. Alright, get rid of that. Alright, starting off, we have a thin acrylic piece. Alright, I don't know if this is I'm assuming this is an adhesive backing. That's interesting if it is. I don't want to peel it off and, oh, let's, can't be, can it? Can this be pre-adhesed acrylic? Guys, it's not. Nope, it's just a backing. I thought it was adhesive. I thought the stuff was going to stick on. It's not, but it's still awesome looking and very high quality. And I like that they have the protector on the back, because it's less likely to scratch. Some corrugated cardboard. I noticed in the instruction manual they did call it paper. It is like a single corrugation cardboard. They use these for the roof tiles. I kind of like that because there's no sculpting necessary, but you still get that scalloped texture on the top of your of those Asian style roofs. A mirror panel. It's the backing for the mirror panel, so there's probably going to be a 45 angled hallway. This is our acrylic for the front. Interesting, the name of the company that cut it, maybe. Let's zoom this out just a little bit. I'm cutting stuff off. Yeah, that's better. All right. Possibly the base plate or the back. I'm not sure. Again, with these thinner pieces of wood, especially when you have a large cutout piece, it's very hard for those tiny connection points to hold it in place. So we'll help it out with some Scotch tape. More acrylic, so that's definitely just the backing. You can see this is going to be our front dust protect. Oh, so I don't know what that was. This looks like the... Oh, yeah, I don't know, guys. Two big pieces. But like some really bright graphics on these for like the signs and stuff. If anyone can tell me what these mean, 2, 3, 4, hit me up in the comments. And now I want ramen. Yeah, I want ramen. But I mean, then we have the beautiful architecture that this company is known for. I am slightly disappointed to see so many of these roof tiles, but only one of those sheets, of yellow, right? Only one of these, like so many roof tiles. And on the last one I did from them, it actually did happen to have both. So I am a little bummed that there aren't those kinds of roof tiles to go with everything, but perhaps the way this one is set up, where it's going to be closer to the ceiling, you won't see it. But you know, they're known for their architectural builds, and these big ornate cuts on these pieces right here are what we're known to seeing from them. Very bright colors in the past. A lot of their primary design kits have been a little more muted, a little more earth tone colors, where you're really just building up architecture. You're not really printing a design. Here they seem to be still following that same philosophy, but because it's built on a real place, they saturate the color a lot more, which I do like. And again, but you can see there are graphics, right? It's not that there's no graphics, but they're there to serve a purpose. They're not there for the sake of more visual data. All right, and this is where those pieces are going to be. So it looks like those are going to go on the outside. And now I get, because this is an accordion wood piece right here, because those are like a curved roof, it makes sense that they'll be able to incorporate that corrugation. This little Easter egg here, if you're new to the company, this Book Nook, B-O-O-K-N-O-O-K, right? This guy right here, that's their old Book Nook logo. But unfortunately, when they went to trademark it in the U.S., because this company has been stolen from a bunch in the past, when they did try and trademark down in the U.S., it was understandably, they were told it was Book Nook Global is just a little generic for Book Nook's company, so they went with Viendor, and they have a whole philosophy behind that. I think it's really cool. You should look into it, read that page. Pause the video back where I put up that the first page of the manual and read about that. This is going to be obviously our ground panel with the road pre-built in, and I'm guessing this is going to be the back, and that'll be the cutout for the USB plug in the back. This is one of the sidewalls and the sidewalks, and the really nice patterning here on the sidewalk. I kind of really like that texture, or that pattern. And I also like how I'm always talking about how sewer grate, or not always, but I frequently talk about how the sewer grates on these things look really flat. I really like how they kind of gave it some depth here. And then another thing is, you'll see there's two diagonal lines here, but it's actually a rectangle. It is etched into the panel itself. This is going to be inside. All right, this is an indexing mark for one of the LED strips. So the way it's going to work is you're going to hear one of the LED strips here, and that's going to give you ambient lighting in from the sides. And then this will be the outside. Book Nook Yaorawat RD. Oh, Road. Haha. Yaowarat Road. It's from their Book Nook City View series. And I do like the little mixed, their little skyline thing here. All right, then the front. the Yaorawat sign, the columns. This is going to be where the power switch goes. All right, this is the other wall. Another indexing mark for the LED, and some of the cool ornate woodwork for holding the things. And then, guys, we get to the other panel. So, again, this is maybe a new name that you haven't seen before, Viendor, but it is not a new company. This is Book Nook Global. Book Nook Global is the former manufacturer and designer of Book Nooks for Anavrin. They've been on their own for quite a while now. Ooh, they come to you on at 3 in the afternoon. They've been around quite a while now, and I'm happy that they're really finding their identity as a brand, as a company, and you should definitely. Here it is again. It's the inspiration for this Book Nook. Here's a little about them as a company. I'll bring it up here so everybody can read. I don't know if it's going to focus. Can you focus right here? Until next time, this is Plug the Bunny saying good looking, good nooking.